stretch, little snack, and here we go.
Sonic, I love that you want to help make a difference.
Mind if I drive?
But you're being reckless.
Don't worry, nobody's gonna get hurt.
Pretending to be Batman.
Blue Justice, trademark pending.
You're still just a kid.
Woohoo!
Trust me, there will come a moment when your powers will be needed. But you don't choose that moment. That moment chooses you.
I just got goosebumps. Wait a second, did you steal that from Oprah? He's back!
Papa's got a brand new stash.
Since I've been gone, I've discovered the source of ultimate power.
That sounds big. It's been on my vision board for years.
Hope I'm not too late.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Name's Tails.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Step 1, light taunting. Step 2, I have no idea.
Hello and welcome to this 41 Watch Spoilercast for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Too Fast, Too Furious. Oh. I'm your host, Ashley Hobley. Joining me today, Dylan Blight.
Gotta go fast.
Got to go fast, yes. Yeah. So today we're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Of course, we did. Dylan did do a review for the first one. I don't know if you remember this. You gave it a 6.
Oh.
That seems fair. Surprisingly,
yeah.
We didn't do a spoiler cast for it, but we did talk about it on episode 53.
Did you say I wrote a review?
Yeah, you wrote a review.
Fuck, I don't remember that.
Yeah. And we talked about it on episode 53 of What Do You Want to Watch. So if you want to go back and listen to that to get our first impressions of that movie, cool. Otherwise...
Six sounds good, though.
Yeah.
I'll stand by that.
Yeah. Alright, so please be aware we'll be freely discussing anything and everything about the plot, themes, and ending of the movie. So if you haven't watched it, come back later. It's currently playing in cinemas everywhere. So with that said, let's jump to a discussion of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, directed by Jeff Fowler, screenplay by Pat Casey, Josh Miller, and John Whittington. Story by Pat Casey and Josh Miller, based on Sonic the Hedgehog by Sega. Starring Ben Schwartz, James Marsden, Tika Sumpter, Natasha Rothwell, Adam Poley, Shemar Moore, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, Lee Majdoub, Idris Elba, and Jim Carrey. After settling in Green Hills, Sonic is eager to prove that he has what it takes to be a true hero. His test comes when Dr. Robotnik returns with a new partner, Knuckles, in search of a mystical emerald that has the power to destroy civilizations. Sonic teams up with his own sidekick, Tails, and together they embark on a globe-trotting journey to find the emerald before it falls into the wrong hands. Dylan, what did you think of Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
It's really good. It's a lot of fun. It's better than the first one slightly, I think. I think it's just because overall I enjoyed seeing more of the Sonic universe characters. Like I really enjoyed having Tails and Knuckles in this one. Absolutely loved both of their, like the way they look and the like Tails sounds like Tails because it is Tails, and then I think Idris Elba's Knuckles is fucking pitch perfect for that character. I'm a big fan of that performance. And Dr. Robotnik, Jim Carrey, is just even more over the top than he was in the first one. It's more the Robotnik that everyone wanted. Compared to the first one, where he was just a weird scientist or whatever. But now you got like the mustache and everything with how he was left at the end of the first movie, so that's really cool. Yeah, and overall, I mean, it's just more of the same, but not in a bad way. Than the first one. So it's like, if you enjoyed the first one, I feel like you enjoy this, and I did enjoy the first one, and I really like this as well. I think it's I think these Sonic movies are a good success. They're good fun, family movies, but they're also, I think, some of the best video game adaptations that we've got, considering it's based on a franchise that has like little to no story in actual games, but but there's a list of like TV series and comic books and stuff where they pull all these characters and backstories from and stuff, and then I'm definitely keen for the third one. They set up as after credit scene, third one. I'm like, yep, fuck yeah, let's go. So
yeah, absolutely. I think this is a lot of fun. It's like really charming, like for like everybody. I think like the relationship between Tom and Sonic is really good. It's like the father-son kind of dynamic, weirdly, is really cool. And then, you know, the relationship between Sonic and Tails. This friendship and, like, Tom kind of wanting Sonic to have friends his own age or whatever. And you kind of coming to get that through the film is, like...
His wolf pack.
His squad.
Yeah.
Is really cool and, like fun to watch and, like, heartwarming. Yeah, Knuckles, I think it's really interesting arc. Like, obviously this warrior person who's been seeking this emerald because he believes it's his fate or, like, his purpose in life. And, like, obviously being a little bit naive, not as smart, I guess, is the interpretation we're going with. And then, yeah, Jim Carrey, like, going full Jim Carrey is, like, a lot of fun to watch. And, like, to hear that he was, like, he's kind of invested in this property, like, he was involved heavily in, like, the comic book that was set between this movie and the previous one, like, lore-wise, and, like, talking about different elements he wanted to bring to the movie and that kind of thing. It's really interesting. I think, yeah, he looks great. All the stuff on the mushroom planet is, like, very weird, but, like, it's such a good opening to the movie, and, like, him setting up all his crazy contraptions and bullshit.
Trying to make mushroom taste like coffee.
Yeah. And then, you know, when he finally gets coffee, he wants mushroom in it. Very sad. And him also, like, zapping himself constantly with a blue quill. It's like, that's kind of weird.
It's funny though, just the effect where he's just like, zip, like,
yeah, he can move his body in ways other people can't move their bodies. Yeah. I thought all the wedding stuff was so weird and random. The entire wedding being an operation for gun or whatever the acronym is.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming. I'll say that.
Neither, but it's very it suits the franchise, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
it suits, and also, yeah, it's very comic booky, cartoony, like, sort of wild turn, especially with the general, who that dude's performance was giving me very Leslie. What's his name? Leslie, whatever his name. That classic, like, Naked Gun and a 9.5 record. You know, like
yeah,
what the
I know.
Fuck is his last name? Hold on, Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
I feel terrible I can remember his name because, you know, classic
legend, yeah,
sort of all-time legend comedian. But yeah, that the performance by the dude who was playing the colonel or whatever here, giving me very much his vibes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, enjoyed all of it. The crazy escapades through Siberia, and the complete misunderstandings. Tails translator not working properly. And then winning him over with a giant dance sequence, you know, very on brand. I enjoyed the whole sequence through, like, the labyrinth. Like, I thought that was... I think their use of speed throughout this is very good. Like, we've seen a lot of things, like, with fast characters and that kind of stuff, but I think Sonic might be the one that's doing it the best. Which... It's cool. And, but, you know, how'd you feel about the finale to the movie? Them fighting a giant Robotnik robot.
I liked it. I feel like it's the games. I mean, I kind of expected, yeah, like, obviously when you fight Robotnik in the games, he's in some big robotic form or thing, and then you defeat that battle and he sort of floats out in his little, egg thing, and then he floats off to fight you again some other time. So yeah, I mean, it suits the games. And I also didn't feel like it felt super like just over the top big battle. Like, it was slowed down, like, and it was, you know, it was back and forth jokes, and like, I don't feel like it turned into it wasn't a superhero typical fight.
It didn't
with
turn
people
into
smashing
your
through
CGI
walls and
yeah.
I don't think so, because it was just like he was smashing some shit around, but for the most part, it was just like, you know, it was just back and forth talking, and, you know, like, I don't feel like it sort of became that. Like, yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I liked it. I think, yeah, more to think about it, it's probably the better it was. But in the moment, I'm like, oh, that's just a giant. They're fighting a giant CGI thing. It's like, okay.
Got Super Saiyan Sonic?
Yeah, I was about to say we got Super Sonic. I don't know. Is it just Super Sonic in the comics?
It's Super Sonic, yeah. It's Super Sonic, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that was cool to see in live action, I guess. Beating the shit out of Robotnik. Yeah, lots of funny little things, I guess, throughout the movie. I particularly enjoyed like how Sonic was spending his day alone, home alone, like just the random stuff.
Destroying the house.
Yeah, destroying the house. I mean, you can clean it up super fast, but like driving a lawnmower around the house.
Yeah, for some reason. Yep.
That was kind of amusing.
I like the dog.
Dog.
I like when he's doing the like the airport thing, and then dog's got the sunglasses on and all that.
Like doing
So
the full like TSA.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
check.
TSA, yeah.
Yeah, very cute. Also, I like the opening, like of him being the Blue Avenger, and trying to stop the robbery. I don't know why he didn't hit the brakes the entire time, but yeah,
he couldn't reach him.
I guess
He goes to put his foot down. He goes, "There's no brakes."
But yeah, I guess his way of solving it by dismantling the truck, a classic speedster move, was quite amusing. Although that kid's ice cream, that was terrible special effects getting it to drop. It looked like someone in a green screen suit just came over and slapped it. The way it fell off his ice cream cone.
Is that sherbet or something weird? I'm trying to think. Like, it was something like not ice cream, but yeah.
Yeah, it's probably, I think from memory, it's like a lot of these things, it's like coloured mashed potatoes is what they use. Because, obviously it holds its shape or whatever and doesn't melt. But yeah, really interesting. Any other key moments from Sonic the Hedgehog you want to talk about?
I really liked, I really liked anything with Knuckles and Tails. Primarily. I especially love the ending, the three of them just playing baseball.
And him not understanding how baseball works.
Yeah, all the little interact. Yeah. So, do you get what I meant? So the other day before you watch this, like off air, I was saying that I felt like Knuckles is in this is sort of like very similar sort of Draxy feeling where,
yes,
you couldn't do everything over my head. I would catch it sort of like, I feel like the Knuckles is...
There's certain nuances he doesn't understand, which is amusing.
He takes everything like super serious and stuff like that. And I feel like because you said you never watched the cartoon, but as someone who did watch the cartoon growing up and stuff, them all like jumping into a truck at the end, and I was like, oh, this is great. Like, the three of them are finally together. I need to get like Amy up in this bitch, and then maybe like I've got sort of
everybody that you wanted,
sort of everyone that I would want. But yeah, the four of them jumping in and be like, Knuckles being like, I'm getting ice cream with sprinkles, and then Sonic being like, sprinkles, like all this, it's just like all that like sort of childish sort of banter between the characters, like simple stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm all about this shit. But yeah, everything else throughout the movie just like I liked how Tails was scared, but still like looked up to Sonic so much, which it's sort of the character, and that's you get that story here. And I also I feel like Knuckles, they do a good job at always teasing, and like you could tell obviously, and especially as someone who knows the franchise, he's going to be good by the end, or presume he's going to be good by the end. But I feel like they do a good job at explaining that throughout the movie, like especially there's that part in the Alps or whatever where he's like, he chose to save the fox instead of going for the thing, or like all these sorts of things where he's like click on the Sonic not being the bad guy sort of thing.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed that. I like the him getting that moment with Longclaw where he shows up of the map for the first time, and it's obviously the first time Sonic's seen for the first time. I enjoyed like flashbacks to like young Sonic and young Knuckles, very adorable as well. It's just good time. Even like him beating him up through the house, that looked really cool. And again, Jim Carrey like popping out all over the place. shows up later riding a lawnmower. Him being very confused, thinking that the Robotniks betrayed him with all these robots. It's like, oh no, they're stairs.
Yeah, and he looks at, oh no, they're just stairs. It's like, I'll smash your puny... No, okay.
Very cool. Obviously, we get the credits. Cool, like, main credit sequence of, like, the whole movie in 6-bit animation, video game style. That was cool. Be happy to play that video game, probably. But then we get the mid-credits scene where it's revealed for 50 years in one of Robotnik's labs, Shadow the Hedgehog has been held prisoner, I guess. What? Do you know much about Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yeah, so I don't know. Basic character origins that I guess may or may not be spoilers, or they may or may not change, I guess, is Shadow is, and I may get some of this wrong, but Shadow is the creation of Robotnik's father. So, like, who, I can't remember his first name, but, like, say, Robotnik Sr., who was also a crazed scientist or whatever, who, like, tried to create the perfect being or whatever, created Shadow the Hedgehog, who is will be the antagonist of the third film.
You would assume so, yeah.
Yes.
Do you think Jim Carrey's coming back for a third one?
No, apparently he's retired from acting. He's like, I'm done. Sonic, best movie I've ever made.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I don't know if they throw enough money at him. Like, I can't imagine doing that movie without Jim Carrey in it.
I feel like they could, honestly, at this stage. I'd prefer them not to, because I feel like Jim Carrey is like a big part of this movie and Robotnik's a big part of it and all that sort of stuff. I wouldn't think it couldn't be done without him. I definitely feel like between Tails and Knuckles and Sonic, there's now enough big personalities there that I think people would be surprised. You know, because maybe prior to this, if they announced that Jim Carrey wasn't coming back for Sonic 2 and we didn't know Tails and Knuckles or anyone was going to be in it, it would be like, what? Like, how's that work? But I think, yeah, if he didn't come back for the next one, disappointing, but I think it would still be fine.
Yeah. Hopefully he comes back there.
Yeah.
Especially if they're doing at least, like, history of the Robotnik family kind of thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, it makes me wonder if they would do flashbacks and stuff like that. So
yeah. Well, my mind
like
goes mentally, who would they play to play Jim Carrey's father?
Jim Carrey, I guess. Ideally.
I mean, yeah, that probably makes the most sense.
Ideally, you would just have him play his own father, yeah. But I guess the story, yeah, I think the story would be introduce Shadow, cover his origins. He would be the bad guy, but then the idea of the movie would be to explain why he's feels the way he is, and then similar to Knuckles in this, you have to make the audience feel sorry for him, and also make Sonic and everyone understand, and hopefully like bring him over to the good side and be like, you were made evil doesn't mean you are, sort of thing. I don't know. Shadow's like an anti-hero, I guess, in the show. Like, yeah, all the games and everything. Yeah. He has his own game. I mean, like, he's one of the most popular. Like, he was meant to be in like one thing, I think, and then he was so popular that he ended up getting like there's his own. Like, he's the star of his own game or games. I can't remember. He's at least one game, Shadow the Hedgehog. So I think there's a couple.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to remember what. I feel like they've got multiple Sonic the Hedgehog like projects in the work at the moment. Would you be keen to see Knuckles in a movie, starring in his own movie?
No.
Yeah, so a third film and a spin-off series focusing on Knuckles are in development.
No. As much as I liked him, I would prefer them just to keep just them together.
I know. I think it could be interesting to see Knuckles trying to understand the world in his knuckly way.
His knuckly way.
He can just smash stuff all the time because he doesn't get it.
Yeah, I know.
Could be interesting. But yeah, hopefully, we get a new one soonish. I feel like the turnaround's been pretty quick, although the first one was obviously had been shot and it was just redoing Sonic.
This one was delayed for a while too, right?
Maybe. I can't remember. No, shooting began 2021. So I guess it probably may have been delayed because of coronavirus a little bit, but...
There were some special effects in this I felt looked kind of cheap too, is what I'll say.
Like, some of the, like, Tails weaponry that they use at the wedding or whatever.
Yeah, some of that stuff, and then also, like, one shot that particularly stood out, just looked bad to me, was when they're on the boat, like him having the father-son speech. I think maybe it was just because it was just the way it was shot, and it's a giant blue background, and Sonic's blue, and the ocean's blue, and the boat just looked like it was, like, you could tell it was just all fake green screen, like it's a boat, and he's just on a green screen, and James Marsden's talking to no one, and, like, that was, like, sort of the most worst looking shot in the movie to me, but yeah, I think it was just the blue
element.
Brown boat. He's probably got like a light blue shirt on or something. It was just like a lot. I'm like, choice wise, this wasn't all the best for the special effects, I don't think.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know what you thought of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 by going to explosionnetwork.com/Twitter or jump to Discord at explosionnetwork.com/Discord. If you want to help us out here at What Do You Want to Watch, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or on Podchaser, or tell people about the show, or leave us 5 stars anywhere that you can leave 5 stars. And if you like this episode, thought it was worth it all, head over to our Ko-fi page at explosionnetwork.com/support. Thank you very much for listening, and until next time, keep watching stuff, I guess.
Return to sender. Face it, you're never going to get my power.
Do I look like I need your power?
Where are my manners? Sonic, meet Knuckles.